$100. Shot for you to go fuel yourself is on the way in about 7 or 8 minutes. Listen for that keyword around 3:30. And then 4:30 and 5:30 are going to be your last two chances this week. It'll start up again Monday morning, and next week is going to be the final week for you to win for a little while. Guardians are back tonight. 7:30 is when Guardians Live will begin. They're Central Time, so 8:10 is the first pitch in Chicago. First of 4 against the White Sox. These are two teams that are going at each other because they're neck and neck. Everybody's jockeying for position right now. So Guardians, White Sox tonight, 8:10 here on WMMS. And keep in mind, if you want to get some, we were just looking at a couple of new offerings coming very soon from CLE Clothing Company. Some more retro buzzard stuff that looks awesome that we'll be able to tell you about very soon. But in the meantime, anytime you get something from them, make sure that you use Firework, and you'll get 20% off this month. And I'll have another word for you come August. But use Firework if you're online shopping, if you're in one of their stores. Make sure you use it. The Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo announced the birth just this morning of a female eastern black rhino calf. And they're taking...
that's a big deal.
Is it a big deal?
Yeah, there's not a lot of those rhinos left, man.
Especially,
I don't think that happens in captivity all that often.
Okay. Well, then I guess that's, there are a lot of people who are anti-zoo, but this is a reason that you have zoos, right? To get these animals that might otherwise go away. Although I'm always fascinated when they render something extinct, because then a couple years later they'll go, "Oh, we found one. We thought." You need two to perpetuate, obviously.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that's true. In captivity maybe, yeah. But rhinos don't have any front teeth. So they have to grab their food with their lips, and then they chew it like in the back of their mouths. So I don't know if there's a learning curve for this. Humans seem to be the only things that are born and then still have to learn to do stuff, right? Other animals come out.
And they got it.
Takes them a half an hour to start walking, and
Doesn't this animal probably breastfeed? They probably. Yeah, because it's a mammal, right?
Yeah. I believe so, sure.
So it's still suckling at the teat for a while.
Oh, so much suckling going on over there at the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo. So
Eastern black rhinos are critically endangered with less than 750 in the wild due to poaching.
In the wild. Okay, yeah, because there's all these cultures that think that...
it's so cute.
The horns make you horny, and they take that very literally.
Oh, man, baby rhinos are stupid-looking cute. Like ugly cute.
And they got like big bulgy eyes.
Yeah.
So they're taking audience or they're taking public submissions for what to name the rhino calf.
Plank Jackson.
That's pretty good. I was going with Rhino Najud, but that might be a little too on the nose.
On the horn.
Herbivorous? It's a girl.
A girl named Herb.
She was a girl named Herb. Megafauna?
They have the names that they're suggesting, and they're very boring.
What are the names?
Layla.
Rhino McRhiney Face?
Ollie, Anika, Dahlia.
Wait, what? There's no pun in there. I can't make a pun
right?
out of those.
We need puns.
Ollie?
Yeah. Allie, A-L-I.
Where do I write them? Rhino Najud better be a thing.
Rhino Najud is really knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
And didn't she die earlier this year?
I think Naomi died.
Oh, Naomi died.
Yeah, right? Winona's the daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Winona and Ashley are still alive.
Yeah.
Naomi's the mom who died, yeah. Suicide, right, they said?
Yeah.
Yeah, oof. Yikes. Let's hope that the rhino calf doesn't go the same way.
The rhino's calf's handler can be Rhinona Ryder. Get it?
I don't think they ride
I think
the
they
rhinos,
do.
do
You're
they?
wrong,
You get out there, they got a saddle on. Woo-hoo-hoo, all right.
Or one of those
Didn't you
little
see
birds.
Black Panther, Dum Dum?
Oh, right. They are riding the rhinos in Wakanda.
Yep. They said Wakanda for a while? Was that it?
Yes,
now.
that's right.
Wakanda for now.
Wakanda for now.
Yep. You make a big M on your chest, and then Wakanda temporarily. U2 is getting the Kennedy Center honors. I don't quite know what that is. I think it's been going on for a while, but I guess they just take a group of people and they fet them, if you will, at the Kennedy Center, and U2.
Is this what they were looking for?
I mean, I don't know. It's a really good question.
If that's not the first line out of their mouth when they accept this award, hey, look, we found what we were looking for.
Yeah. That's right. We finally found what we're looking for.
Have they gotten like Lifetime Achievement Awards and stuff?
I'm sure they probably have. U2, to me, is, I've said before, I'm on record, U2 is still the best concert I've ever seen. And I'm not even a massive U2 fan, but it was the best show I've ever seen. But they've stayed together for a long time. There's no Bono solo record. There's no running off. I mean, they've done little things here and there. They've collaborated with people. But they've stayed together as a band for a long time.
They got to be going on 40-plus years
Probably, yeah. U2, Gladys Knight, Amy Grant, George Clooney, and a composer named Tanya Leon will be the recipients of the 45th Annual Kennedy Center Honors.
Whoa. They started in 1976.
Yeah, late 70s they did. Yeah, they've had a lot of classes of this.
50 years almost.
Owner of Tracy Morgan will introduce them. See that video of him singing them in the Omaha airport?
No.
Tracy Morgan had a layover or something, and one terminal over hears someone singing With or Without You because it's on the Muzak. Mm-hmm. It's just on the thing, and it's Tracy Morgan. So they're filming him from a distance, just sitting there belting out With or Without You.
I'm surprised he's flying commercial.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, what's he doing with a layover? Anywhere. Doesn't he doesn't have private flight money?
He's got...
I thought he had
bought
enough
a bunch
from
of
that.
sharks and stuff,
That's
though,
the thing is, Tracy Morgan got so much money from that Walmart crash, but then it sounded like he was blowing it on ridiculous things. So I don't know how long you can hang on to it. Maybe he just likes flying commercial. Maybe he likes being among the people and the COVID and the monkeypox and the polio. But it would be great if, I think that would be kind of that'd be meme-worthy if Tracy Morgan introduced them. There have been 240 Kennedy Center honors awarded to people, and only one has ever been rescinded. Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Bill Cosby got the Kennedy Center honors in 1998, and he's the only person that they've ever rescinded the Kennedy Center honors. They said, this guy was banging everybody. We can't have an award named after John F. Kennedy that celebrates people who were banging a lot of women.
Oh, JFK was doing it with consent.
Was he, though?
Wait a
I'm pretty sure it was.
That is the operative word, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they rescinded Bill Cosby's Kennedy Center honor in 2018. And by the way, Chuck Berry got to keep his. You're telling me out of all the people? Yes. Clearly it was because Bill Cosby got convicted. But everybody else who never got convicted of anything, they got to keep that Kennedy Center. I think it's just a necklace. I remember years ago Led Zeppelin got in and Letterman got in.
Like a medal?
Yeah, I think it looks like it's like a rainbow strap and then it's like a medal. It's not. I don't think it's an award, but it's like it's like a medallion or something.
Yeah, like when you run a race.
Yes. But Chuck Berry, this guy was beating women up left and right. He's taking video of them pooping.
Wait, what?
You don't know this about Chuck
Berry? You know
Berry?
who Chuck Berry is, right?
No idea who Chuck Berry is.
Oh, boy.
This friggin' guy. Let me give people some money before your heads explode from hearing Pound Cake say that. This will bring you back down to earth, hopefully. Calm me down a bit. It's $1,000, a chance for you to go fuel yourself. Listen closely. Got a couple more of these to go this week, so I hope you win. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fuel yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword CASH at WMMS.com. That's CASH. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Now, when last we left you, Pound Cake had no idea who Chuck Berry was. Chuck Berry, I think, was probably in the very first class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The big song called Johnny Be Good. You never saw Back to the Future?
No, I did.
When he goes, hey, this is Chuck, this is your cousin Marvin Berry. That was the joke.
Marvin Berry.
You know that sound you've been looking for? Listen to this. And it's Marty McFly playing the guitar. Of course, he also did the song Sweet Little 16. You know.
Really rockin' in Boston and Pittsburgh, PA, deep in the heart of Texas and round the Frisco Bay. all over St. Louis.
Have you ever heard the song Johnny Be Good, Pound Cake?
Nope.
Because we're going to do Pound Cake's rock trivia in a little bit today, and this has really bummed me out. I mean, he's been dead for a few years now, I think.
2017 he died.
Okay.
Just Google
Just
it.
got to have.
He had a big song called My Ding-a-Ling, which it was about, he said it was about a bell.
When I was a little bitty boy, my grandmother bought me a cute little toy. Silver bells hanging on a string. She told me it was my ding-a-ling-a-ling-o.
He got kids singing along with him. Listen, Chuck Berry is the epitome of separating the man from the art. Because nobody in rock and roll goes, yeah, Chuck Berry sucked. You know? He occupied a very specific time in rock and roll. But in his private life, he was wildin'. In the 80s, a woman sued him because she said he beat her up at a hotel. And she had photos. She had like loose teeth and needed stitches.
Jeez.
And, you know, she had a hospital bill, the whole thing. In all these situations, he would plead out. He ended up paying her like a $300 fine or something, right? And then in the 90s, he had this is one of the more famous stories, is that he had a handful of women sue him saying that he put a video camera in the bathroom of one of his restaurants so that he could film them pooping. He said, listen, I had a worker that was stealing from me. This was merely a security camera. But it goes to court. And they couldn't prove that he did it. So once again, he settled. He ended up paying a couple $1 million to 59 women. Take that, Deshaun Watson.
59.
And then they raided his house, and they found really creepy videotapes. I think one or two of them were like underage girls. And they found a ton of marijuana. And so he's got these drug charges he's got to plead down to. He had like child abuse charges, all this kind of stuff. They give him like a 6-month suspended sentence, pay a fine. And then after he died, I think they found videos of him like peeing on a woman and she's pooping on his chest and the whole. So he was into some stuff, but they never rescinded his Kennedy Center honor because he never got convicted. So he was Deshaun Watson and R. Kelly before Deshaun Watson and R. Kelly were themselves. But Chuck Berry, I mean, clearly, look at him. What a handsome man. Who wouldn't want to be around that? What a looker. But he is royalty in music, in rock and roll. If anybody were to walk into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and be like, Chuck Berry sucks, like it's heresy. But in real life, he was doing some things. Maybe we should submit that they name that black baby rhino Chuck Berry.
It's a girl.
And see what, Chuckaline Berry. How about that? Chuckaline Berry.
I still like Rhinona Judd.
Yeah, do something with Rhinona Judd. Alan, did you hear about Howie Mandel's health? No. And Howie Mandel already, I thought he had something.
No clue.
Okay, yeah.
Howie Mandel's such an interesting celebrity to me because he came back with Deal or No Deal pretty much from nowhere.
His career was dead.
His career, like, he was a very popular comedian in the 80s. And then in the 90s, all he really did was Bobby's World.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tap him to host Deal or No Deal pretty much out of nowhere.
Which he wanted nothing. He kept turning them down.
Yeah.
He wanted nothing to do with it because this was before everybody had a game show.
Mm-hmm. And then that show ends up being a huge hit. And then he gets America's Got Talent. And then he produces a bunch of shows and just becomes Hollywood royalty from someone that was, he wasn't even really touring before Deal or No Deal.
I
He
don't
was just
think
kind of
so.
like forgotten.
Yeah.
And it's important
because that style of comedy had fallen out of favor by then.
And it's important to remember that he started a movie called Little Monsters where he pees in an apple juice jar and then a child drinks his pee.
Fred Savage?
Yeah. No, Fred Savage is in the movie. He doesn't drink the pee. It's the bully that drinks the pee.
Oh.
Which, as a child, I thought was the funniest thing you could ever do. Because I was a kid that got bullied. So the idea of my bully drinking Monster P?
Yep.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Monster P. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think my wife is a big fan of that movie.
I've never seen it, but I've seen a lot of little clips.
My kids love that movie. That's one. My kids really enjoy 80s movies because we just watch them. Like the ones, they love that. They love Goonies. They love
The Last
Breakfast
Starfighter?
Clubs.
How about Last Starfighter?
Last Starfighter? I don't think they got into that one.
No.
They love Labyrinth. Labyrinth is a huge hit.
Yeah. Alan, there's also a video of Chuck Berry farting directly into a hooker's face. Someone said, we've got to... Hold on, Chuck. I've got to film this. There weren't cameras in phones.
Right.
Phones were still on the wall.
Yeah.
You had to have...
This is film. Someone had to
Yeah.
load film into this camera.
This wasn't even...
It's not a VHS tape.
Right. No, video. This wasn't even when, like, you had small handy cams.
Yeah.
You had, like, a big thing on your shoulder. Mm-hmm. And somebody goes, and action. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff. And, you know, he's probably paying these girls and, you know, who knows. But these are the famous Chuck Berry stories. I hope they don't find out that Howie Mandel was doing it. I hope they don't find out that Howie Mandel's sick because someone filmed themselves farting directly into his face. I guess he's stepping away from America's Got Talent. I don't know the rest of it, but, you know, Howie Mandel is one of these guys who famously describes himself as a germaphobe. Germaphobe is a great way to get people to not shake your hand. You know, because I'm a germaphobe, but then they're like, you know, eating at a buffet or something. It's a great way to get away from having to shake people's hands, is you just throw the germaphobe thing around. It's a nice way to be socially rude.
I would like to see all those Chuck Berry movies, those old, like, high 8 movies that look like old home movies, put to the song, I Get By With a Little Help From My Friends.
Alan, strangely enough, the person filming it was Bill Cosby. Oh, no. Who could have foreseen that?
So that was his directorial debut.
There you go. Listen, I'm a Chicago Bears fan first and foremost. I guess I probably couldn't submit Keith Van Horn for that Rhino calf. It is a girl, but that's the name that comes to my mind. Because why not? Flight of the Navigator. I never saw that.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. I
Didn't see that.
don't think my kids latched onto that one as much, but that's one that I enjoyed quite a bit as a kid.
One that I liked as a kid was called Night of the Comet. It was not a very good movie, but it had two hot girls in it, and they're trapped
good
inside
enough.
a movie theater overnight, and they come out to find out that a comet has passed by and turned everyone into dust and or zombies.
And or. There were some dust zombies?
There were piles of dust and clothes, but in the whole movie they put like a red gel over the background so it all looked like it was this. But yeah, I enjoyed that movie a great deal. Saw that in the theater. I was probably 14, 15 years old when that was out.
Yeah, 1984. Yeah, you were always more into the horror stuff anyway.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Yep. Reanimator and all that stuff.
The ones that my kids liked were, I mean, they had some, I mean, they definitely have their horror movies that they like too, but I just remember them really enjoying a lot of 80s and 90s movies that
Sure.
not, like, kids their age normally aren't into.
Al, don't forget Howie Mandel's cinematic masterpiece, A Fine Mess, co-starring Ted Danson. I loved that movie when I was
I've
younger.
never seen that
A
movie.
Fine Mess.
No.
I
heard of
thought
it.
that movie was so goddamn funny. 1986. It was this buddy comedy. I don't know that I've ever seen it since. It was a Blake Edwards movie for people who know who that is. He was making bawdy comedies back in the deal. Back in the day. And it was Ted Danson. They were like two scammers or something where they're betting on horses and, you know.
Oh, what of its time? At the track.
Yes, it was
Betting on the
very of
ponies
its
at the
time.
track.
Now I want to go home this weekend and watch A Fine Mess.
Do it.
I've got to take a break. If you want to text 4something35192, you can listen anywhere you want on the iHeart Radio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7
W.